Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we are live on YouTube. Wow. Wow, look at that sun. Man, that's coming right in my face. Man, if I didn't have my Ray-Bans on, I'd be blind right now. Oh man. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all having a phenomenal day today. I've got a great show for you folks here today. And today's show is going to make sense for all people on YouTube. It's going to make even more sense for people that have been a part of the gig economy for the last, maybe year or so. And I'm going to summarize, the situation for those of you that are new. But there's a general message regarding this stream. And I'm sure most people understand this at this point. But there's a lot of deception happening out here on YouTube. There are many, many, many deceptive creators. And, there is a terms of service that's called spam and deceptive practices. And I'm going to talk about somebody today that I feel is a spammer and is a person that deceives his audience and deceives the whole entire community. And there are more people. And, if it wasn't for this person, Richard, aka Glitchard, we'll share more about him in a little bit. If it wasn't for him putting out a video, I believe it was yesterday. I saw it today. I think he did it yesterday. It's like less than 2 days old. Putting out another video regarding this whole Glitchgate thing that happened in the DoorDash, Uber Eats, gig economy community. This involved DoorDash, where there was this glitch where people were artificially inflating their acceptance rate to qualify for Top Dasher. And they did it by not having to accept any crappy orders because they knew how to use this glitch that Richard calls an exploit. That's fine, Richard. You can call it an exploit. And it doesn't matter. I watched your entire video, Richard, because the one thing I can't stand out here about creators is when they're deceiving their audience. Now, I've got a group of haters that thinks I'm deceiving my audience. How am I deceiving my audience? I'm here to help people better their lives personally and professionally. I don't force anything upon anyone. I've got a website where I sell coaching packages if people want those coaching packages, but I don't even push those on the people here. I make my money primarily through donations if people feel they're getting value from the content I present. Value can be perceived in many different ways. I'm hoping the value people perceive in myself is helpful value, such as, hey, Buy Your Repair Guy Raleigh, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I've got an update to the gig economy thing because good old Richard, a.k.a. Glitchard, a.k.a. Sin City's Delivery, or Sin City Deliveries, is his channel. Richard's massively grown his channel. He's doubled his subs. He's at 16K subs right now, and he's done it by deceiving his audience. And his audience is buying it because he's making every excuse in the book to, hey, AC Prod, did you see that video by Richard Glitchard? You probably figured I would talk about this because it's garbage. Richard's trying to make it sound so innocent. He's trying to make it sound like he's the victim. He's the victim. What's that dude that was his friend? Richard has people in Discords massively attacking him. I saw a couple videos. AZ Prod, if there are any other videos that are not on Richard's channel, can you send me the links to those videos to Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com? You know my email. I want to see them because I'm going to start to focus back a bit on the gig economy, because it just seems like these creators now, like Pedro and Richard, are trying to squeeze out as much ad revenue as possible by providing fluffer nutter content to their audience that's just garbage content, it's full of fluff, and B, Pedro never admitted, and neither has Richard, you guys have never admitted that you lied to your audience. You, Richard, and Pedro lied to your audience. This is what this all boils down to. You lied to your audience, and you led us all to believe that top dasher matters and acceptance rate matters on DoorDash. And you need to keep your acceptance rate. Now, it's all changed. I haven't looked at the new packages, but this is what it was back then when the glitch was around. You needed 70% or greater to be a top dasher, to be able to dash now anytime, and to be able to have first priority to higher paying orders. Now, this is what Richard, a.k.a. Glitchard, a.k.a. Sin City Deliveries, was preaching to his audience, and so was Pedro, DoorDash Santiago, and many others. They did this, and they said, all right, you guys have to take crappy orders in order to get your acceptance rate above 70% to get top dasher, so you get the better orders. In the meantime, these guys were using the glitch, and they never took one crappy or shitty order. They never took one crappy order. And then you have Pedro, DoorDash, Santi, and Pedro, I'm on you again, dude. I swear, Pedro, I'm not going to stop until I expose the scams and the spams and the lies and deception. I'm not going to stop because I'm tired. I'm tired of these creators making money lying to the public, leading people to believe that if you do this, you're going to get this result. While these guys are using the glitch, so they never take one crappy order, and their acceptance rate is high. And then Pedro says, oh, I made $2,000 this week. You sure did, because you used the glitch. Even Richard exposed it today. He mentioned exactly when his friend shared the glitch with people like you, Pedro. I had to rehash this because this is important, folks. This is important. Dash Wagon. Oh, okay. You're talking about Dash Wagon. Yeah, I know you're a little more invested in the story than I am. I've had other things to deal with. AZ Prod. But, after the video I saw Richard put out, I think it was yesterday. I saw it today, but I think he released it yesterday. It was like a little less than an hour, I believe. And he's trying to say that, there's nothing wrong with using an exploit if you have this exploit. I mean, how's that going to harm anyone? Well, I don't really care about the exploit or the glitch. What I care about is that you made content leading your audience to believe, Richard, that if you keep your acceptance rate at 70% or higher by taking crappy orders, then you're going to make more money on DoorDash, right? Now, you may not have come out and said you need to take crappy orders, but I was dashing for a while during this time. And I had to take crappy orders initially to keep my acceptance rate above 70%. And when I realized that acceptance rate doesn't matter, I stopped taking crappy orders, and I went from like over 90% acceptance rate to like 18%, under 20% acceptance rate. And for a little while I did it, I was cherry picking orders and still doing okay. The problem is I had to wait all day. Sometimes I would wait a couple of hours without getting any order, let alone getting crappy orders and declining them, and then getting messages from DoorDash saying that, they time you out. right? They would pause your dash after you decline 4 or 5 in a row. And then if you kept on doing it without accepting an order, they would eventually end your dash. And if you weren't a top dasher and it wasn't busy, you couldn't dash now again. You know, this whole thing with DoorDash has been one big scam in the community with the top creators like Pedro DoorDash Santiago and Sin City Deliveries, and some other people, right? But the main two have been Pedro and Richard. I have to say, Hannibal didn't get involved. Hannibal is hungry, could have gotten involved, but he wasn't even driving for DoorDash. I don't think, has Hannibal ever driven for DoorDash? AZ Prod, do you know? Right, Glitchard is a true fraud. He is. Well, he's a con artist is what he is. Richard, you're a con artist. Richard, if you want to have a conversation with me, now listen, Richard, I've been around as long as you. I have half the subs you have, but I don't care about that. What I care about is the truth. What I care about is people leading people to believe that they've done nothing wrong when you've been playing this all along for your own personal gain. Now, who doesn't want to make money on YouTube, right? But when you flat out lie to your audience and you continue to lie to your audience, and now you've made this video to rehash the whole thing because people are attacking you in other discords. And I'm going to be honest with you, Richard. I'm not for people being attacked. I'm not. I don't like it when people attack people, but I'm going to be honest with you, Richard. You deserve what you're getting because you continue to lie. And I'll tell you this, those people that you say are attacking you, Richard, are probably sharing the truth. They're probably saying, well, you lied to your audience. You made content leading them to believe that if you take shitty orders that are going to not be profitable, they're going to waste your gas, they're going to wear your tires down, they're going to ruin your transmission faster. If you take crappy orders to increase your acceptance rate to above 70%, to qualify for top dasher and to also get first priority to higher paying orders, you're going to make more money. That's garbage, dude. Garbage. Liar. You're a liar. Now you're just playing this for more clicks and drama views. Now you're like, okay, I've been caught. I've been exposed. And instead of sharing the truth with people, Richard, the truth that you lied to your audience with the videos you made, forget about the glitch. Hey, you know what? If you were the only one using the glitch and then you weren't at the same time trying to double dip to make content, leading people to believe if they take crappy orders to get their acceptance rate up there, if you weren't making that content, this wouldn't be a problem. But you tried to double dip, and I'm calling you out. You tried to double dip. You're a scumbag, dude. You're what, 38 years old? This is the problem I have. It's you, it's guys like you, Richard, that make millennial men look bad. It's guys like you that make millennial men look bad because it seems like you guys don't want to make money in an honest and ethical way. You guys want to find some cheat or loophole and then try to keep it from people and then lie and deceive other people with the content you're making on what you're supposedly doing in the real world. Hi, babe. How you doing? I thought GLM, that's you. That's not. I thought that was Don. I'm sorry. I thought you were Don because Don is a long title too. Respectfully, maturely, professionally. Hey, GLM, how you doing? Yeah, we got some more issues in the gig economy. I'm a little bit upset because I don't know if you remember last year we were talking about this glitch. Well, now Glitchard. Was that a fake Richard? AZ Prod. We had a soccer count here. Probably Coach J says, Coach bitch and snitch. I'll snitch on all of you every time. I don't care. Like this is affecting me from being able to run a legitimate business. People are having a hard time believing Don and I are genuine because there's so many phonies out here. Now, on a side note, we know that people from the Legion are not rebroadcasting this, but they're going live at the same time. Good for you. If you want to sit on my nuts all day, every day, all of you, be my guest. Not a big deal. Give me a second here. It's all good. Let's see who wins in the end. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. You know, it's summertime and everybody is out. Could you comment? I'm not interested in commenting on that. Nope. If you keep bringing him up when I'm not talking about him, I will remove you. I do not want to talk about that dude.
Good, how you doing?
I'm not interested. I'm here to talk about Richard Glitchard. You want to talk about Jay? Go somewhere else and talk about him, okay? I've got other important things I want to discuss. I've got coaching topics to discuss. This is a huge life principle, folks. Let me ask you folks in the chat here that are true supporters of Don and myself. Do you guys feel that teaching people good morals, values, and ethics is a great life coaching lesson? If you feel that teaching people how to have good morals, values, and ethics is a great life coaching lesson, please put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2. Because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about morals, values, and ethics. And people out here, a lot of people, especially the millennial men, like in their 30s. The millennial men in their 30s, man, you guys don't want to earn a damn thing. You want to steal from people. You want to play the system. You want to exploit things. Like, you guys don't want to use your bare hands and work hard like us Gen Xers did and prior generations did. You guys don't want to work. You want everything fucking handed to you. Just like your parents did when you were growing up. You want everything handed to you. You want the easy way out. I'm sick and tired of seeing this garbage. I'm sick and tired of this. It's garbage. It's absolute hogwash garbage. And to the millennial men that do this dumb shit to make money because they don't want to work hard, it's because you feel like you have no purpose. You must feel like you lack a purpose. And any man that feels like they lack a purpose or they're struggling to find what their purpose is, that's why they do this kind of stuff, right? I can read right through that garbage. You see, you people, not just millennial men, there are other people, it's primarily millennial men that run their business this way, take shortcuts, right? Try to play the system, right? Use exploits, right? Give me a second. I feel like this is... I never said you all are. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about some millennial men. You're a millennial female, GLM. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Richard Glitchard, who's 38 years old, I believe he said. And he's a millennial man that is deceiving people on YouTube to make money. He deceived people on YouTube to make money. He led them to believe that if they take crappy orders to increase their acceptance rate as a DoorDasher and get it to above 70% to qualify for Top Dasher and to qualify for first priority on higher paying orders. Now, the system's changed since then. There's a lot of people just walking lately. I haven't had a real clear path. That's why I don't really like coming to the park, but when I'm pressed for time, I don't have time to go to trails. But he led people to believe that you needed to have Top Dasher and you needed to take crappy orders to get there. All the while, he's using this glitch to the point of where he never had to take a crappy order. Anytime a crappy order would come in, he would exploit the system with his glitch, and it would increase his acceptance rate by 1 percentage point for declining an order, a crappy order. While the rest of us, if we would decline those crappy orders, our acceptance rate would go down. But he's trying to present to his audience that you all need to be Top Dasher, and I'm Top Dasher, and I'm making $300-400 a day. And then Pedro Santiago did the same thing and said, "Oh, I'm making $2,000 a week in St. Louis, Missouri." Get GTFOH, dude. You're such a you guys are all liars. You guys are phonies and frauds. I'm calling you out. And if you guys have the balls and you want to talk one-on-one with me, I don't care what channel it's on. Let's do it. You guys don't have the balls to confront me on me calling you out on your scam or your scandal. You guys have no morals, values, or ethics at all. None. None. And just think about this. What are you going to tell your kids when you grow up, Pedro? You're going to tell your kids that I lied to people to make ad revenue on YouTube. I'm a successful YouTuber because I lied to people to get more clicks on my videos to make more ad revenue. You trolls keep coming in. I don't care. Come in, because the truth's going to trigger the shit out of all of you. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep triggering all of you until you realize that you're phonies and frauds. You are. And you're lazy asses. You don't want to work. You want to cheat people. You want to steal things from people, call it your own, and sell other people's hard work like people have done to me. GTFOH, I ain't putting up with this. I'll call all of you out. That's part of my coaching. You don't like it? Tough luck. I'm the tough love coach. I've always said that. I've never said anything else. I'm the tough love coach. I come from the school of hard knocks. Tough love. That's the only way people learn. And because all the laws were changed while we were raising these damn millennial men, and the women too, but this is primarily the men. Primarily the men are the biggest con artists. The millennial men are the biggest con artists on YouTube. Not all of them, but many of them. Because we coddled them because we couldn't spank them like I got spanked. We couldn't discipline them because the laws were changed that, oh, if you even lay a hand on your kid to discipline them, you go to jail for child abuse or you have CPS at your doorstep. That's bullshit. The laws need to be changed. I swear to God. Some of these millennial kids, they should have had the crap beat out of them by their parents because they didn't learn a damn thing. My dad beat the crap out of me. Not completely, but enough to the point of where I learned, God rest his soul, I learned, and I started to fear that if I fucked up anymore, my dad was going to get me again. I needed that from my dad, and I'm grateful and thankful, but nowadays, you can't do that. Garbage. Garbage. Get him, Eli says GLM, I'm ticked off. You know what, GLM, look, I'm not saying that there aren't any Gen X men that aren't doing dumb shit. There are. There's dumb shit done in every generation, but it's odd and ironic to me that the majority of people that have scammed others on YouTube are millennial men in their 30s. Is that a coincidence, GLM? Is that a coincidence? I'm not trying to be critical. I like you, GLM. You're 04 now, GLM. I'm going to say you're now 04, okay? Or we can just call you 29. We can call you eternally 29 or forever 21 or whatever the hell whatever makes you happy, GLM, is all good. But what I can say is you're a millennial. I respect you because you're honest, and yes, you always stand up for the truth. And what people don't know about you, GLM, I had to figure this out too. What people don't know is that if people do dumb shit to you, or in your community, you're going to, as a joke, do the same thing back. Like all those postings you made that have been exploited by these drama groups, right? I know you were joking. You were joking because the point of the matter is, if that DBD guy can pretend to off himself for attention, why shouldn't you, right? So you're saying, hey, if this guy can pretend to off himself for attention on YouTube, then why shouldn't you be able to do it, right? Now, I've known you for a long time. I know that you're not a self-harm person. And I know all you were doing was playing a joke back because you knew it was going to trigger them. And hats off to you, GLM. You did trigger them, and you got them to respond, and I'm proud of you. You played them like I've been playing them. I'm proud of you. You played these people. You played them. We didn't beat our kids. They lost privileges. I think they would have rather been beat with their reactions. You know, Patty, I'm not my dad. My dad didn't abuse me, but I got the belt. I got the belt. My dad put the fear of God in me. And I deserved it, Patty. I deserved it. I did. I was a little shit. I am still a little shit, Patty. I'm not going to lie. But at least I've learned a lot, and I've grown up somewhat at least, right? I owe that to my father and my mother for raising me with morals, traditional morals, values, and ethics, right? And then I come out here on YouTube to be a good guy, to truly help people better their lives. And I've been attacked by goddamn millennials for the last 6 years because they don't know what the hell morals, values, and ethics are. She's easy to trigger? Maybe so. She made a whole video on you, GLM. She made a whole video supposedly exposing the timeline of what we all know what you did. Now, GLM didn't come to me and say I plotted this, but I know GLM's methods. And so does she. The thing is, she has no other content. These people know that it was all a joke in response to the fake attempt to off himself by DBD. We all know you did as a joke. They knew that. But since these people have no other content, they had to make content out of you and try to paint you as this villain, right? Like they've done with me, because these people have no content. You have no content. You can't just go live from a walk and talk about stuff like I do or like GLM does. You guys just aren't capable of doing that. So you got to make shit up, right? One more lap because I got to run a couple errands before 9 o'clock Pacific time. I didn't pretend. Well, there were some things you did post. Unless that was a soccer account. But it couldn't have been because you had a mod wrench. But I know exactly why you did what you did. Eli's the real deal. All the phony millennial men are coming in here saying, oh, we got to stop Eli from exposing our game and stopping our game of lying to our audiences using massive clickbait, right? Coming up with the next scam, right? A lot of these men, they'll use deep emotional manipulative tactics with women to get them to buy in and make them feel sorry to donate. Others will do what Richard and Pedro Santiago did. You know, they'll put out videos that people want to see. Hey, how do you raise your... I wanted to know how to raise my acceptance rate when I was driving for DoorDash. And they kept telling me that I got to take crappy orders in order to get the good ones. So that way, I can make more money. Because that's what they were saying in their video. So we assumed that these guys were taking shitty, crappy orders too to keep their acceptance rate up there. But no, they were using the glitch where they got to decline all of these crappy orders that we had to take, right? And not only when they would decline those crappy orders would the glitch not affect them from losing a percentage of your acceptance rate, the glitch increased their acceptance rate 1% for declining the crappy orders that if we didn't take, we'd lose a percentage point and put us further in the poorhouse. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Are you guys going to come and confront me? Pedro, Santiago, Richard, are you going to come and confront me? Because I'm going to give you guys the option to come and confront me on this. If not, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, Richard. I'm going to reach out to your friends that are further exposing your crap, and I'm going to join forces with them because I'm tired of this crap. Richard, you come clean. Come clean, Richard. Admit the truth. Admit you lied to your audience about acceptance rate mattering and top dasher mattering and that you need to take crappy orders to keep your acceptance rate up. Even if you didn't say you need to take crappy orders, how would anyone keep their acceptance rate above 70% without taking any crappy orders? So unless everyone knew about the glitch, the only way people that didn't know about the glitch could keep their acceptance rate above 70% is by taking some crappy orders. Well, you guys were taking no crappy orders and putting up these big numbers. Oh, I made $300, $400 today, right? All garbage. You're all gonna get exposed. You're done. You're done. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being one of the last honest people out here and having to work my ass just to make a few $100 each month and slowly build while you guys make thousands scamming people. And people are buying into your garbage because people are that fucking vulnerable. I'm done. I'm done with people taking advantage of innocent people because they don't want to work hard to earn their money. You want easy money scamming people, stealing from people. There's no creativity involved in any of this. There's no creativity involved in any of this. You, Richard, are not creative. You, Pedro, are not creative. You could be a coach, Pedro. You'd make a good coach, but now I wouldn't even trust you because you participated in scamming people. You also led people to believe, Pedro, that Top Dasher matters in 2023, last year, and acceptance rate matters. You kept toying with that. And you knew about the glitch because Richard made us all aware in the video he put out yesterday that you were sent the glitch by his friend. You going to deny that, Santiago? Or are you going to keep quiet because if you say something, you're going to lose half your audience? People are going to start to make videos on you and come at you like they've been coming at me for the last 6 years? You want people coming at you, Santiago, in the ways that you helped people that have been coming at me for years? Like you did last year? You want people coming at you? You want your whole empire to crash? Oh, I heard about that, Patty. Now DBD wants to sue people for calling his fake ending of himself fake. You are a fake, DBD. Sue me, DBD. Come over here to the U.S. and sue me. And I'll tell you what, DBD. I'm in progress of getting copyright certificates from the Federal Copyright Department on all of my members-only content. And I'm going to sue you for $30,000 for each piece of members-only content that you've stolen from me and have had on your Discord, and I took screenshots and I've downloaded them. I have the proof. You want to sue me? Go ahead and sue me. If not, stand down. Because here you go again. You're running your mouth overseas because instead of trying to make some real content and not using your disability as a crutch, you want to pretend, cry, play victim, right? For whatever reason. Maybe you're getting paid by Silicone, maybe you're not. Listen, if you think DBD is getting paid by someone, probably Silicone, put a 1 in the chat if you think DBD is getting paid. Because, all of this suits the same MO for the last 6 years that Silicone, a.k.a. Brian's, been paying people to do. Why would any person, disabled or not, go through all that garbage? Like, this is all garbage. You guys aren't even good at the fake instigated drama anymore. You guys aren't even good at it. You guys have lost your touch. You're not even good at making fake shit look real anymore. You're not. You're not. None of you. AZ Prot says 1. I think it was done for attention. Well, obviously, the obvious reason, Patty, would be for attention. But why would somebody sustain this? Why would somebody put themselves at risk by uploading all my content, re-uploading it, including my members-only content? I'll tell you this. I'm not interested in going on your show, Robert, but I'm sure you're watching. You should focus your energy on calling out Richard, a.k.a. Glitchard, a.k.a. Sin City Deliveries, for continuing to lie to his audience and to now pretend to play the role of the victim when he knows he's been scamming people. You using the glitch, Richard, is not the problem. The problem is the content you made while using the glitch. You made content. Let me clear this up one more time for people that don't get it. Richard Glitchard and Pedro Santiago and other creators made content telling their audience, telling the gig economy audience out here on YouTube that you need to be a top dasher and you need to keep 70% acceptance rate or higher to qualify for top dasher and to get first priority to higher paying orders to make money on DoorDash. And you folks know the only way to do that is to take a bunch of crappy orders because most of the orders we get are crap. And if we decline all the crappy orders, there's no way you can maintain a 70%. The system was created by DoorDash to do that because they're trying to force us to take the crappy orders. Someone has to take the crappy orders, right? While you guys were using the glitch and never took one crappy order. While leading us to believe you were taking crappy orders and still making $2,000 a week. Pedro, get out of here. What a liar. You guys are all full of it. You guys are con artists. You're nothing but con. If you think these guys are con artists, put a 1 in the chat. If you think they're con artists. Santiago, Richard, anyone that was using this glitch before it was publicly made aware of middle of last year of 2023 and then leading us to believe that we must take crappy orders to qualify for top dasher and to have 70% or greater, not only to qualify for top dasher, but to also get first priority to higher paying orders. Now they have all these tiers and shit. I haven't paid attention. I don't care. I'm done with DoorDash. It's garbage. It's all garbage. It's all games. It's all lies. It's all manipulations. Brian, I want to reconnect with that guy because Brian from the Gig Apps Exposed channel and the other channels, he's been back to making some videos. I haven't checked them out. I have to. Maybe Brian's been talking about this, but I got to get back with Brian and do some shows with him because now what's happening is Richard's like, okay, let me just roll with the drama. Let me now call out my friend who called me out and flip it on him, and I'll play the role of the victim. And I'll say, oh, he's slandering, he's defaming my character. That's what Richard's saying. No, Richard, he's not slandering you because he's telling the truth. Slander is people lying about you. When they're telling the truth, it's not slander. It's not, right? It's not. The amount of damage that you caused people, Richard, the content you made and admitting what you did, do you know people could sue you, Richard? Do you realize, Richard, people could sue you for misleading them? You misled people, Richard. You misled people, and so did you, Pedro. Both of you misled people to believe if they do what you tell them, take crappy orders to get your acceptance rate to above 70%, to qualify for Top Dasher, and for first priority to higher paying orders. You misled people to believe that while you guys were using the glitch to artificially keep you above that number. You should be ashamed of yourself, Pedro and Glitchard Richard. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you guys now have been caught with your pants down. And there are people that could sue you. Maybe I should sue you, Pedro or Richard. Maybe I should sue you for misleading me, because that's what you guys did. Would you like me to sue you, Richard? Or would you like to come clean and this all goes away? Now, I don't want to sue you. I don't like suing people. I'm just saying I could sue you for misleading me. Garbage, man. Garbage. It's funny, these people are screwing people over and making more money than honest people like me. They're making more money than honest people like me, like Don and I. Don and I have struggled to get our content out because of all this garbage that's flooding us. That's flooding the YouTube streets. And then people are buying into it, thinking they're getting something, and they're donating to it. And they're making the scammers appear more legit, while the real people are getting screwed up to you know what. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of it. Maybe Don and I are two of the last honest people on the planet. I'll tell you this, I'd rather not make any money and stand up for what's right than sell my fucking soul out to make a living. I told Brian about it. He may make a video about it soon. It's a sham, says Jigwork. AR percentage, how they get drivers to take crap orders, right? Yeah, well, GLM, if she sues you for slander, I'll show up in court, because she'll have to sue you in San Mateo County or whatever county you're in. I think you're near San Mateo County. One of the other counties. It's all. This is just a ploy, GLM. It's just part of the act. Now, I'm not saying she hasn't sued people before. She sued me before, but it was over a different thing, not slander. Slander's a whole new ballgame. It's very hard to prove slander, especially when both sides could be potentially slandering each other. It offsets everything, right? It's just a big joke, GLM. That's all it is one big joke. We're at 44 minutes. I'm heading back to the parking lot, and then I'm gonna end this right at the 1 hour mark. So we got about 16 minutes left, folks. Then I got to run a few errands before these stores close. I need to grab a few things. 12 thumbs up, 63 in the box. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Don and I are going to be going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I finally put out the event. I'm sorry. Don and I have been exhausted. I was exhausted today. It's my fault. I was tired. I got up. I slept last night with Don early. Got up at like 7 a.m., did a little work, and then I had to go and take another 5-hour nap. I was tired. I've been just really tired, folks. Been working hard. But the show will happen tomorrow. And the show's going to be called Is Failure Even an Option? Is failure even an option? Don and I on the couch with Don and Eli, members only, live stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, live here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. You're gonna need at least a $4.99 membership to watch the show live. The $4.99 membership will get you just the show while it's live. It will not get you the replay of the show or any other members only live stream replays or any other possible members only pre-recorded videos we do. If you want access to all live stream replays and any other pre-recorded members only content we put out here on Coach Eli 2, you're going to need to get at least a $9.99 package. We hope you can join us tomorrow. It's going to be a great show, and Don and I will be well rested. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. Like, there's a lot going on. I've had a lot of clerical work to also do lately. Other things not regarding YouTube, but on YouTube as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's involved in running a business on YouTube. Besides just making the content. The content's the main thing, but there's just a lot of stuff. And it's a lot of work. And even for someone that has a ton of energy like me, it'll catch up to me every now and then, you know what I mean? So yeah, get your memberships. We'd greatly appreciate that. Also, if you want to support the channel while we're live, you can always send a super chat or super sticker here on the live streams. Don't forget, there's also the super thanks on the live stream replays and the pre-recorded videos. Now, you're not going to typically see the super thanks right after the live stream ends on the replay because it takes typically anywhere from like 2 to 12 hours for YouTube to fully process the live stream. But once they do, you'll see the heart below the video that says thanks. That's called the super thanks. And you can send a paid highlighted comment in the comment section. Some dude saying, hi, it's all good. It's all good. So again, you could always send super thanks. You can also send a Cash App or PayPal. But even though they cost more, YouTube and Google gets 30%. Don and I are even preferring the super chats because it's just engaging and it's fun. When people super chat, it's just boom, it's an exciting thing and everybody sees it and it's just a fun thing to celebrate. You can't do that with PayPal. Now in the studio, I could integrate alerts to go off for PayPal and I think even Cash App, but it's too much of a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? I asked for your opinion one thing earlier and you threatened to ban me and now you ask us to buy a membership. Well, if you're gonna talk smack like that and not be nice, I'm gonna ban you right now. Who are you? You came in here talking about someone I don't want to talk about right now. So I don't understand what your problem is. So all I'm going to do is ban you because you're trolling. Get out of here. If you truly liked us, you would have already bought a membership. So STF, you quit wasting my air. Yeah, I mean, they're just, I don't know, Jigwork. They're just lonely, miserable people. Everyone's yelling at me now. I guess I'm becoming more YouTube famous, right? Maybe I should never shave my beard again. I still haven't done my beard. I need to do my beard. Yeah, it's a nice night. Folks, get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just about 5 to 10 minutes. Your beard looks good, in my opinion. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, no. That dog is bad. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Buddy, I'm not going to give you the time of day. I'm going to cross the street. Where is that dude? I heard the dog, but I don't see it. It's all good. Yes, Richard T. Glitchard is causing more mayhem. Well, yeah, Easy Prob. Here's what Glitchard is doing is basically playing it now for YouTube clicks. He has grown his channel from like 8,000 to 16,000. His channel's blown up because he's basically feeding into the drama, which a lot of people could accuse me of, but I never feed into drama. All I'm doing is calling it out. I'm not trying to add more to the drama. I'm just calling out what people are doing. And I'm not trying to do any shady shit. I'm just calling out the shady shit. There's a difference, you know what I mean? But Richard is feeding into it. Richard is using what his friend, what Dashwagon, he's using what he knows about Dashwagon to be true and trying to say, oh, he's slandering me. He's defaming my character. No, he's not, Richard. You're just trying to cover up for the fact that you got caught with your pants down. You got caught lying to people, telling them that top dasher matters and acceptance rate matters. And all you have to do is take some crappy orders to keep your acceptance rate above 70%, while you never took any crappy orders because of the glitch. You're a liar and a scammer and a thief, Richard. You are. Do you have the balls to contact me and talk with me about it, Richard? No, because then you'd be admitting guilt. You're not going to do that. So I got to do it, Richard. Glitchard. Richard's like, oh, they call me Glitchard. That's so cute. Yeah, it's so cute, right? Right, Richard? All you care about is scamming people out of money. You're another one that makes tainted, dirty money. You see, when I finally make my millions doing this, it may take another 5 years before I get there. But when I do get there, Glitchard, I'm going to be proud of my accomplishments because I worked 10 years like a fucking slave to get there. And you just used the glitch to take the easy way out while lying to people and scamming people. You should be ashamed of yourself, dude. As far as I'm concerned, Richard, you're canceled. But for some reason, until other people get involved and really start to expose this, you'll survive another few days or maybe another few months or maybe another year on this platform. But eventually, dude, where are you going to go with this, Richard Glitchard? Because I'll tell you, at the end of the day, end of the month, end of the year, end of the decade, I'll still be here. Will you still be here, Richard? If you have the balls, Richard, to confront someone that knows what's really going on, that's calling you out on the truth, then reach out to me. I know you're going to see this, Richard. I tagged you in. I know you know who I am. I know Pedro knows who I am. Are you guys going to be man enough to confront me and have a one-on-one with me? Or are you going to ignore it because you know you're guilty? Because you're obviously guilty. You are. You lied to people. You lied to people that acceptance rate matters. You made us believe that we have to take crappy orders to keep our acceptance rate up. While you guys use this glitch to artificially keep yours up without taking crappy orders. And then you're bragging that I made $2,000 this week in St. Louis, Missouri. Bullshit. You probably made that because of the glitch. You did. Pedro already interviewed Richard about. Yeah, but Pedro's guilty too. If you think Pedro's guilty, put a 1 in the chat because when what's that guy Dashwagon you were saying, AZ Prod Dashwagon, Glitchard's friend. He got mad at Glitchard, and then he exposed this to the top creators. Number 1 was Pedro. Pedro was the first one that found out about the glitch early on in 2023. That was during the time where Pedro was saying, I made $2,000, $2,000. I make $2,000. Let's have another $2,000 challenge, right? What a crock of shit, dude. Pedro. What a crock, dude. So you guys gonna be men and confront me on this, or are you guys gonna run, be like pansies? You guys gonna confront me and have a one-on-one, or are you gonna avoid the one-on-one because you'd be self-incriminating yourself, or will you plead the fifth? I plead the fifth, the right to remain silent, to protect myself from self-incrimination, right? You know what? I'll tell you this, Glitchard and Pedro. If you guys go public and plead the fifth, I'll accept that. If you guys go public and plead the fifth against these allegations, I'll accept that. What a crock, man. 1, Pedro is very guilty. Of course he is. What are you going to tell your girlfriend, Madison? That you lied to people to make money to provide for your family? What a piece of crap you are, dude. What are you going to tell your woman? Do you have a woman, Richard? Who are you living with, Richard? You were talking to somebody in your video. Does Richard have a woman? If you do, Richard, are you going to lie to your woman? That you're lying and stealing from people to provide for her and your family? How does that make you feel as a man? Does lying, cheating, and stealing from people make you guys feel like real men? Let's go. You want provocative thought? You want a challenge? I'm calling you out. This is part of my coaching. I'm calling you out. And let's talk one-on-one. You guys, let's talk one-on-one about the story. I'm not here to talk about my living situation. I'm not here to talk about my girlfriend with you guys. I'm here to talk about the glitch and your participation with it and the fact that you guys lied to your audience. I sure hope not. Glitchard should be a lifelong incel. Richard, watch Mad Dasher's new video about Sin City. It will shed some light on the new drama. AZ Prod, can you do me a favor? Can you send me a link to that video or the channel or both to my email, Coach Eli, coach@eliasmelas.com, please? I want to check it out later tonight, but I got some errands to run, dude, and I don't want to forget. Can you do that, please? Yeah, 16K, dude. You see, all these morons are trying to get me to talk about Jamie's stream. I don't care about Jamie's stream. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Jamie's stream. I'm interested in Richard Glitchard right now and Pedro Santiago. As far as I'm concerned, Jamie, you're iced out. And it's still considered icing you out when I say, hey, I don't want to talk about you. I'm done. There's nowhere left to go with this. If you guys want to troll me in the gig economy again and try to rehash that, do what you got to do. But I got my own shit to deal with. Ice baby, right? All right, stop, collaborate, and listen, right? Eli's back with a brand new invention, right? And that brand new invention is not you, James. You're done. Do your own thing. Eli, it is good to see you calling out the DoorDash BS. Oh, I'm all over it, dude. Listen, I'm a business coach, too. This is part of my business series, dude. I'm pissed off because I drove, too, bro. I drove for 3.5 months. I needed extra money to help my girlfriend move because I had way too many bills back then. I lived with this shit. And I watched these creators trying to learn how to do better at DoorDash and make more money. And they lied to us. And now I'm really pissed off about it, dude. I've been pissed off about it for the last year and a half. And so have you guys. You guys need an advocate for this because most of you are not creators like me. But I want to use my platform to help you guys because you don't deserve this crap. You don't deserve to be lied like this. It's just ridiculous, man. So AZ Prod, you're gonna email me that information with the videos. Any videos you want me to see, AZ Prod, email them to me. Your number one top priority, AZ Prod. Anything you want me to create on this, I'm all on it, dude. You send me the videos and I'll talk about it. I'll go live from the studio. I'll talk about it. I'm putting an end to this, man. I'm tired of people scamming people on YouTube. I mean, this whole Glitchard thing affected an entire community, a huge community of people that need extra money, trying to provide for their families. And these motherfuckers want to sit here and do this garbage? And then they want to call themselves family men? Get out of here, Pedro. A real family man would not lie to people like this to provide for their own family. He would not. Thank you, bro. I'll do it right now. I got to run, folks. I don't know when I'll be back. I really don't want to do a show tonight, but if I have to, I will. Don and I are going to go live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I don't know. Maybe I'll do 2 more streams before that. I'm still a little tired, but I got to keep going. I've got a lot to talk about. Thank you to everyone for being here. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.